Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to start third lecture about IoTs. So in this lecture we are going to see the main components of the IoTs, right? Last lecture we have seen about the advantages, disadvantages and many more things about the IoT. Okay, now over the screen you can able to see about the main components of the IoT. So that's why we will discuss it here. See, first one is low power embedded system. Now, whenever you are going to think about the IoTs, so that's why here you should first concentrate over that. You have to plant multiple nodes at different places, as well as the main hub or main IoT that which will gather the data. Okay, so that's why both things will be work longer. Okay, it should have low power consumptions. Okay, it should have high performance. Okay, or you can say its battery life will be higher one. Okay, यानी वहाँ पर uninterrupted power अगर वहाँ पर रहेगा तो that will be better. Okay, means it will gather the information as whenever you required. Okay, so that's why here first one main component of that IoT is low power embedded system should be there. Okay, means less battery consumptions, high performance, or the inverse factor play a significant role during the design of electronic systems. Okay. Second main component that we will discuss here, cloud computing. Now, one of the major component is that here with the IoTs is that data. Okay, if you have temperature sensor, pressure sensor, or any sound, any different kind of sensors, okay, they may gather data. If they are continuously gathering data, then you need to store them. Okay, you need to process them. Okay, so that's why here two things that we have to carry out. Okay, but out of that, first one is that you need to store that data. So data storage is one of the major points in front of the designer. So that's why if you use a memory card, then memory card will be not enough for storage of data, because after few time, after few days, that memory card will be full, and you will means that system will start rewriting of your data. So that's why if you forget to copy that data, then it will be difficult for you that to recover that data. Okay, as well as you could not get the proper information. Okay, so this will be the problem that may arise. So here cloud computing is one of the major components suggested by the designers. Okay, so that's why data collected through that IoT devices is a massive, and this data has to be stored on a reliable storage server. This is where cloud computing comes into play. The data is processed and learned, giving more room for us to discover where things like electrical fault or error are within the system. Okay, so think about that whenever you are going to design that IoT based system. So you need a cloud server. Okay, that will help you to store your data. Okay, it will store a bulk big data. Okay, so that's why here second major component given by the designer is that cloud computing. Third point is availability of big data. Okay, today we are going for big data analysis, data science, okay, machine learning, artificial neural network, artificial intelligence. These major points, major applications are coming in picture. So that's why big data analysis is one of the major point. Okay, we know that IoT relies heavily on sensors, especially real time. Okay, whenever you are going to gather the data from the real-time monitoring system, so you may have multiple sensors. Okay, you need to plant sensors as per the data gathering, as per your system connectivity. Then you can plan that system. So you need to realize different sensors, okay, because they are gathering the real-time data. As these electronic devices spread throughout every field, their usage is going to trigger a massive flux of big data. ओके वहां पर लार्ज डाटा होने की चांसेस, मैसिव डाटा आने का चांस रहता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई okay you should think that it should able to handle everything. Then last point is network connections. In order to communicate with the in order to communicate, internet connectivity is must, where each physical object is represented by an IP address. However, there are only a limited number of addresses available according to the IP naming. Due to the growing number of devices, these naming system will not be feasible more anymore. Therefore, researchers are looking for another alternative naming system to represent its physical object. Okay, so remember your Internet of Things is totally depend on the internet. So that's why the connectivity is major issue. Okay, if connections is proper, then you will get proper data, you will get proper information. Okay, so everything will be right. Otherwise, there will be a lot of problem may arises while running of your system. So that's why these are the four major components that which I have to tell you regarding that Internet of Things. Now, just I am reading. There are two ways to build IoTs. Light गया था बीच में, so that's why I discontinued. Okay, there are two ways to build IoT. First one is form a separate inter-network including only physical objects. Okay, it is important. यानी आपको यहाँ पर एक नेटवर्क वहां पर फॉर्म करना जरूरी है, और वो नेटवर्क के साथ आपके जो फिजिकल डिवाइसेस हैं उनको कनेक्ट करना वहां पर जरूरी रहेगा. ओके, तो फिजिकल डिवाइस आप नेटवर्क के द्वारा, इंटरनेट के द्वारा उनको ज्वाइन आउट कीजिए, उनका सेपरेट आईपी रहेगा और उसके अकॉर्डिंग वो ज्वाइन भी होंगे. ओके, नाउ मेक अ इंटरनेट ever more expensive, but this required hardcore technologies such rigorous cloud computing and rapid big data storage. Okay, so make the internet ever more expensive. Okay, so एक आपको यहाँ पर इंटरनेट होना जरूरी है. ओके, तो इंटरनेट डेडिकेटेड अगर रहेगा तो बेटर रहेगा. ओके, अगर आपको बिग डाटा मैनेज करना होगा तो क्लाउड वहां पे रिक्वायर्ड रहेगा. ओके, तो इट इज एक्सपेंसिव प्रोसेस. ओके, सो दैट यू हैव एडिक्वेट फंड फॉर डिजाइन ऑफ दैट आईओटीज. ओके, और मैंने ऑलरेडी ये एनेबलर बताए थे आईओटीज के, तो उसमें लास्ट लेक्चर में एनेबलर में आरएफआईडी हमने देखा है, सेंसर देखा, एक्चुएटर देखा, उसमें नैनो टेक्नोलॉजी भी रह सकती है, स्मार्ट नेटवर्क है. ओके, तो ये एनेबलर रहेंगे. अभी उसमें डिस्कस नहीं करता, ऑलरेडी हमने लास्ट वीडियो में डिस्कस कर लिया है. चलिए अभी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स देखते हैं. तो देखिए कैसा है कि कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स में आप कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ आईओटीज आपको यहाँ पर रहेंगे. तो उनमें क्या क्या है देखते हैं. पहला है मैसिवली स्केलेबल एंड इफिशिएंट. ओके, तो आप इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स का जो नेटवर्क है वो कितना भी बड़ा बनाओ, ओके, तो वो लार्ज अगर है तो वो लेकिन स्केलेबल रहना चाहिए, आपके द्वारा उसको इजीली हैंडल किया जाना चाहिए, ओके, एंड इट शुड बी इफिशिएंट, okay, means it should gather the information, it should able to transfer the information, it should able to store your information, it should able to process your information, okay, as well as there should not any kind of delay while gathering, transferring, processing, okay, everything जो भी आप कैरी आउट कर रहे हो उसमें वहां पर मिनिमम से मिनिमम डिले के ओवरहेड वहां पर रहने चाहिए. Then IP based addressing, okay, always when you talk about the internet then there is a IP, so that's why IP based addressing वहां पर रहेगी ही. IP based addressing will no longer be suitable in the upcoming further future, okay. तो आगे के जो नेटवर्क है उनमें ये पर्टिकुलरली वहां पर, ओके, नो लॉन्गर बी सुटेबल इन द अपकमिंग फ्यूचर, क्योंकि वहां पर डायरेक्टली कम्युनिकेशन हो रहा है. मोस्टली मैंने कल कहा कि भाई आपके पास दो वे हैं कम्युनिकेट करने के, एक तो है आईपी बेस और एक है ब्लूटूथ बेस, और अभी कैसा है जिग्बी बेस भी आ गया है. तो जनरली अगर कैसा है, आप गूगल है या माइक्रोसॉफ्ट है ये रेस में भी आ गए हैं आईओटीज के, सो दैट्स व्हाई उनका मेन प्रयास है कि भाई ब्लूटूथ या जिग्बी के द्वारा अगर वो कनेक्ट होते हैं तो वहां बेटर कनेक्टिविटी इमीडिएटली वहां उसको मिल जाती है, ऑटोमेटिक मिल जाती है, और उसके द्वारा फास्टेस्ट वहां नेटवर्क ग्रो भी हो जाता है, नेटवर्क कनेक्शन भी हो जाता है, और वहां इमीडिएटली डाटा का मूवमेंट भी होता है. An abundance of physical object is present that does not use IP, so IoT is made possible, okay. So that's why an abundance of physical object is present that does not use IP, okay. That remember that I said, okay, about the Bluetooth and Zigbee, so IoT is made possible. Devices typically consume less power when not in use. They should be automatically programmed to sleep, right? This is one of the major point, okay. When the node are not in use, when the network is not in use, when the server is not in use, okay. तो यहाँ लेस पावर कंजम्पशन ये तो क्राइटेरिया आपको एडॉप्ट करना है, लेकिन अगर लेस पावर कंजम्पशन एडॉप्ट करोगे तो ऐसा नहीं कि वे डिवाइस ऑन रहे, ओके, डिवाइस चलता रहे 24 आवर्स, ओके. देखिए वहां पर आपको माइक्रो प्रोसेसर का, माइक्रो कंट्रोलर का फीचर्स वहां एडॉप्ट करना पड़ेगा. आपको उसे आइडियल स्टेट्स में या फिर स्लीप स्टेट में उसको पुट आउट करना पड़ेगा. आपको वहां पर उसकी स्पेशलाइज प्रोग्रामिंग वहां कैरी आउट करनी पड़ेगी, ओके. तो ये वहां एक स्पेशल आपका एक एफर्ट रहेगा प्रोग्रामिंग में. व्हेन यू राइट द नोड, व्हेन यू राइट द डाटा, व्हेन यू रीड द डाटा, सो दैट्स व्हाई डाटा का रीडिंग या राइटिंग आपको कितने इंटरवल के द्वारा चाहिए है. आप अगर उसे आधे घंटे के बाद अगर लेना चाह रहे हैं तो ऐसे नहीं कि भाई कंटिन्यूअसली वो नोड ऑन रहे. अगर आप हाफ एन आवर में अगर उसका डाटा अगर गैदर कर रहे हैं या एवरी आवर आप अगर डाटा गैदर कर रहे हो, तो ऐसे सिचुएशन में आपको उसे वहां पर वेकअप और स्लीप ये दो एक्टिविटी वहां कैरी आउट करना पड़ेगा, और उसके द्वारा आप उसे ये डाटा गैदरिंग के लिए उसे एनेबल कर सकोगे. A device that is connected to another device right now may not be connected in another instant of time, okay. A device that is connected to another device, okay, right now may not be connected in another instance of time, okay. Then intermittent connectivity. IoT devices are not always connected. In order to save bandwidth, battery consumption, device will be powered off periodically when not in use. Otherwise, connection might turn unreliable and it will prove to be inefficient. Okay. So these points are important. Okay, these points are considered as characteristics of IoT. These are suggested by the designers. Okay, those who are working in that field. Okay, so that's why these are the different characteristics. Remember it. Okay, now we will go for further points. Okay, I am just watching which point I covered. Otherwise, I may repeat that point. Now, I already told you that how that IoT devices will work. I already said you that which devices will be present, which devices will be held, used for the IoT. Okay, so I already covered this point. Now, next point that I would like to tell you here, how big it is. If you think here IoT design, okay, then the question may arise, सर ये कितना बड़ा हो सकता है IoT का नेटवर्क या IoTs में यहाँ पर हम कितना डाटा यहाँ गैदर करते हैं या वर्ल्ड वाइड में यहाँ पर इसका क्या इम्पोर्टेंस है. देखिए मैंने यहाँ पर ये पॉइंट यहाँ पर आपको जस्ट बताना था आपके इंफॉर्मेशंस के लिए, तो आपके नॉलेज पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू मैंने इसको यहाँ इंट्रोड्यूस किया. हाउ बिग इट इज. सो इन ए वर्ल्ड, ओके, देर आर मोर देन 50 billion IoT devices as of 2020. Okay, in a world, not world. So that's why पूरे वर्ल्ड में there are 50 billion IoT devices found in 2020, and those devices will generate 4.4 zettabyte of data this year. अभी ध्यान में लो कैसा है, ये एक सर्वे किया गया पूरे वर्ल्ड में. तो भाई IoT डिवाइसेस कहाँ, कैसे गवर्नमेंट ने प्लान किए और वहां उसके द्वारा कितना डाटा गैदर हुआ. तो देखिए ये तो है मोस्टली सर्वे में जितने डिवाइसेस कलेक्ट हुए उतना, लेकिन और किसी के प्राइवेट नेटवर्क भी हो सकते हैं, यानी IoTs के डिवाइसेस 50 बिलियन से ज्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. उसमें जो डाटा 4.4 जीटाबाइट कोट किया गया है वो उससे भी ज्यादा हो सकता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई a zettabyte is trillion gigabytes. ओके, ट्रिलियन gigabytes, इतना बड़ा डाटा ओके पूरे वर्ल्ड में शायद गैदर हुआ होगा, ऐसा उनका अनुमान है, यानी ऐसा उनका थिंकिंग है या उन्होंने प्रेडिक्ट किया है. बाय कंपैरिजन, in 2013, IoT devices generated a mere 100 billion gigabytes data. The amount of money to be made in the IoT market is similarly staggering. Estimate on the value of the market in 2025 range from $1.6 trillion to $14.4 trillion. इतना बड़ा हो सकता है आगे, क्योंकि आगे इतना नेटवर्क का उतने कॉस्ट होगी, उतना वहां पर डाटा उसके मल्टीप्लाई अभी कितना होगा वो तो पता नहीं, बट अभी यहाँ पर इतना अनुमान है कि भाई लोग इतना आगे आईओटीज में एंट्री करेंगे. So you should think that whether I want to go for which field. Okay, because this is the most hottest, because big data analytics. Okay, it is totally dependent on the IoT. Data science is totally dependent on the IoTs. Okay, whatever the machine learning, that is also taking the large amount of data, but that data will be collected from these devices only. So that's why here you should, if you are electronics engineer and if you are not working in this field, okay, means you will miss something. Okay, so आगे का जो वर्ल्ड है वो आगे का 2025 तक मेरे ख्याल से IoTs बहुत सारे जगह रहेगा और वहां पर आपकी जरूरत वहां पर रहेगी. Okay, now next point that I am telling you here, IoT sensors. Now there are IoT sensors and actuators will be the point that is mentioned in our curriculum. So that's why I am telling you about the types of sensors which are get utilized in your IoTs. Now sensors are designed to respond to a specific types of conditions in the physical world and then generate a signal, usually electrical, that can represent the magnitude of the condition being monitored. Remember, sensors are the devices. I already said you in the last video that sensor may be called as a transducer. Okay, these are the devices. They convert the physical quantity into the electrical one, and that quantity is given to the analog to digital devices, and that digital devices, digital data is gathered to the your IoT's processor, and IoT processor will do the processing, and once it is processed, it will get stored in the memory, or it will be used for the further processes, or it will be monitored by someone. Those conditions may be light, heat, sound, distance, pressure, or some more specific situation, such as presence or absence of gas or liquid. Okay. The common IoT sensor that will be employed include temperature sensor, pressure sensor, motion sensor, level sensor, image sensor, proximity sensor, water quality sensor, chemical sensor, gas sensor, smoke, infrared, acceleration, gyroscopic, humidity, ऑप्टिकल सेंसर. तो इतने मैंने यहाँ पर लिस्ट किए, लेकिन इससे भी ज्यादा सेंसर शायद आपको या आप गूगल पे फाइंड कर सकोगे. तो these are the various types of sensor, but now I am telling you here use of every sensor, okay, one by one. Okay, for your more information, more details, you can search over the Google also. But here I am just giving you a briefs about these sensors. Now IoT sensors consist of temperature sensors. The temperature sensors measure the amount of heat energy in a source. It allows them to detect the temperature changes and convert the changes to data. Machinery used in manufacturing often require environmental and device temperature to be at specific level. Similarly, within agriculture, soil temperature is a key factor for crop growths. Okay, so in many applications, these temperature sensors are prominently adopted. Okay, so these temperature sensors will plays one of the most important role, or it temperature sensors makes one place in the IoT. Because of that, every manufacturer of the IoT is utilizing temperature sensors, right? Similarly, humidity sensors, most of the cases, humidity sensor will be required. See, I am discussing about that where it is needed. These types of sensors measure the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere of air or other gases. Humidity sensors are commonly found in heating, vents, and air conditioner, high voltage AC system in both industrial and residential domains. They can be found in many other areas, including hospitals, meteorology stations, to report and predict weather. Similarly, third one, pressure sensor. A pressure sensor senses changes in gases and liquid. When pressure sensor, when pressure changes from the atmosphere, sensor detect these changes and communicate them to connected system. Common use cases include leak testing, which can be result of decay. Pressure sensors are also useful in manufacturing of water systems, as it is easy to detect fluctuations or drops in pressure. सभी को समझ में आ रहा है? Okay, just I am telling you here every sensor utilizations and their minor applications, right? Then fourth is here proximity sensor. See what is the use of proximity sensor. Proximity sensor are used for non-contact detection of object near the sensors. These type of sensors often emit electromagnetic field or beam of radiation such as infrared. Proximity sensors have some interesting use cases. In retail, a proximity sensors can detect the motion between a customer and a product in which he or she interested. Okay, in your super shop, okay, in mega mart, okay, there are smart things, smart devices are planted by the manufacturer. They will be helping you to sell their, they will be helping them to sell their product. So that's why as the customer will reach his product, near to the product or handling his product, okay, or watching the product, in that cases immediately the motion sensor will detect, and immediately if the customer mobile network is available, it will send a message of that product regarding the information about that product, regarding the variety of the product, regarding the cost of the product. Okay, so that's why the customer will be knowing that immediately, okay, these things are available in the market, and these things are available here, and what quality and what cost of the product will be. Okay, the user can be notified of any discount or any special offer about the product located near the sensor. See, okay, so this is one of the sale tactic. Okay, because of that they will sell their product. Proximity sensor are also used in parking lots of malls, stadiums, and airports to indicate parking availability. Okay, they can also be useful on the assembly line of chemical, food, and many other types of industries. Okay, getting everyone? I hope you are getting the lot of ideas from this sensor. I have collected the core things from this sensor. So that's why these paragraphs are enough for your understanding. Okay. I have not given the pictures. Okay. You can see it with the Google also. So that's why here I have not captured the pictures. Now next one is level sensor. Now level sensor are used to detect the level of substances including liquid, powders and uh, granule materials. Many industry include oil manufacturing, water treatment and beverage and food manufacturing factories use level sensor. Waste management system will provide a common use case as level sensor can detect the level of waste in a garbage can be dumpster. Then next is a accelerometer. Okay, accelerometer detect an object. Okay, acceleration, that is the rate of change of the object's velocity with respect to time. Accelerometer can also detect the changes to gravity. Use cases for accelerometer include smart pedometer and monitoring driving fleets. They can also be used as anti-theft product protection, alerting the system if an object that should be stationary is moved. Okay, getting everyone? समझ रहा है भाई सबको? While motion sensor detect motion of the object, acceleration sensor or accelerometer, as they are also known, detect the rate of change of velocity of an object. This change may be due to a free fall condition of sudden vibration that is causing movement with speed change or rotational motion or directional change. One of several technologies that are employed in acceleration sensor include Hall effect sensor, which rely on measurement or measuring changes in the magnetic field. Capacitive sensor. Okay, sorry. Okay. Now we are talking about the accelerometer because of the just mouse movement that uh, that screen get deflected, right? Second is a capacitive sensors which depend on measuring changes in voltage from two surfaces, and piezoelectric sensor which generate a voltage that changes based on pressure from distortion of the sensor, right? Then next, gyroscope. Now most prominently gyroscope is nowadays adopted because of this COVID days. Okay, most of the drones are utilizing these gyroscopes. Okay, similarly in video games, similarly in camera snake detections. Okay, So these gyro sensors are most prominently adopted. It has huge demand. See what the use of this. We will see gyro sensor measures angular rate or velocity. Okay, often defined as a measurement of speed or rotation around an axis. Use cases include automotive such as car navigation or electronic stability control. Okay, anti-skid system. Additional use cases include motion sensing for video gaming and camera snake detection system, as well as it is available in your mobile also whenever you have to handle. Okay, it will whenever you are moving from one place to another, just motion sensors. Okay, that is gyroscope will give your footpath or your running action. Okay, or your traveling action will be guided by the gyroscope. Okay, now next is gas sensor. Okay. ओके, और चार है, अब ये पूरे कंप्लीट ही कर लेते हैं, यानी ये वीडियो तभी एंड करते हैं. ओके, नाउ नेक्स्ट इज गैस सेंसर. These type of sensors monitor and detect changes in air quality, including the presence of toxic, combustible, or hazardous gases. Industries using gas sensors, including mining, oil and gas, chemical research, and manufacturing. A common consumer use case is the familiar carbon dioxide detection used in many homes, theaters, okay, and in public places. Okay, so बहुत सारी जगह गैस सेंसर्स का प्लांटिंग रहता है. ओके, क्योंकि वहाँ कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड या कोई वहाँ पर फायर हजार्डस या कोई वहाँ कोई एक्शन अगर कैरी आउट होती है तो वो मॉनिटर करने के लिए गैस सेंसर्स का यूज होता है. नेक्स्ट है इंफ्रारेड. या इंफ्रारेड इज नाउ most prominently adopted in most of the remote devices as well as in our different devices also. Okay, these types of sensor sense characteristics in their surrounding by either emitting or detecting infrared radiations. They can also measure the heat emitted by object. Infrared sensors are used in a variety of different IoT projects, including healthcare, as they simplify the monitoring of blood flow and blood pressure. ओके, आपका जो पर्टिकुलरली ब्लड फ्लो है, ब्लड प्रेशर है, या फिर आपके बॉडी का टेम्परेचर है, उसको मॉनिटर करने के लिए पर्टिकुलरली इंफ्रारेड सेंसर्स का यूटिलाइजेशन आज होने लगा है. ड्यू टू कोविड, नॉन कॉन्टैक्ट devices are most prominently adopted or generated in the manufacturing world. Okay, televisions are also using infrared sensor to interpret the signal sent from a remote control. Another interesting application is that of art historian using infrared sensor to see hidden layer in painting to help determining whether a work of art is original or fake or has been altered by restorations processes. Right? Then optical sensor convert rays of light into electrical signal. Okay, now most of optical sensor are also adopted by the manufacturer nowadays due to the COVID. Okay, so designing of non-contact sensor are done with the help of these optical sensors also. So infrared and optical sensor okay, are mostly adopted. Okay, there are many applications and use cases for optical sensor. In the auto industry, vehicle uses optical sensor to recognize sign, obstacles, and other things that a driver would notice when driving or parking. Optical sensors plays a big role in the development of driverless car. Optical sensors are very common in smartphone. For example, ambient light sensor can extend battery life. Optical sensors are also used in biomedical field, including breath analysis and heart rate monitoring. Right? Already we have covered the infrared, and last is a smoke sensor. Smoke sensor is uh, okay. Uh, Smoke sensor or detector pick up the presence of smoke condition, which could be an identification of fire, typically using optical sensors like photoelectric detection or ionizations, right? So this is about the sensors which are available, okay, in the market. Okay, इससे अलावा और सारे आपको यहाँ गूगल पे मिल जाएंगे. ओके, इस सेंसर्स को आप मोस्टली यूटिलाइज कर सकते हो आपके इंटरनेट ऑफ थिंग्स में. आई होप बहुत सारे सेंसर्स ऑलरेडी आपने वहां पर देखे भी होंगे. ओके, बहुत सारे सेंसर शायद आपने फर्स्ट टाइम देखे होंगे यहाँ पर. आई होप इस वीडियो के द्वारा आपको बहुत सारे इंफॉर्मेशन मिली होगी. सो दैट्स व्हाई try to like and share and subscribe this channel. Okay, so you can also share this video with your friends, and okay, give your attendance in the comment box with the roll number and name. So thank you very much for watching this video.